High priestess in the building, didn't let my fears kill me. Transmuting my pain in that cleanse in the rain. Down out, I was working and I conquered my demons. I accepted my purpose and the goddess I became.
But you're scared to lose. You're scared to lose a person because they're afraid that, well, it was good, but in the beginning of that, if you had that conversation in the beginning and you didn't let it go on that long, see, if you had a conversation in the beginning, then you won't feel like you wasted all that time with that person.
Right.
I'm not gonna wait 3 years to have a conversation with you to say, let's talk about this.
Right.
Now, no, I'm gonna talk about it now because
right.
I know what I like. Like, because for some people, some things are deal breakers.
Right.
So if you got a deal breaker, you got a deal breaker. Right. But guess what? I'd rather have a deal breaker in the beginning of us talking,
right,
than for me to get involved with you emotionally and spend all this time and this money with you, and we talk about dreams and we taking bay trips and vacation trips and we talk about the future, and now all of a sudden my dreams have been shattered because of a deal breaker that we could have had a conversation with. I tell people, don't be afraid to have a conversation because it will save you a whole lot of trouble in the end. Trust me, I've been there. I'm from experience. I know.
I tell you, and I'm somebody who's very open about a lot of stuff. And I remember this one guy I started dating, and he had some, I call it fetish for me. It's a fetish. But he had this thing that he's seen on porn and wanted me to do it. And it was just something that was way out there. And I was just like, you like that? Like, this is what you like? And I was like, I can't get down with this. This just this is too much for me. This is going beyond the levels of sex. And it just, and there's people though that are out there that will like the same things. And that's why I don't understand why we're lying about those things. Why are we not bringing to the table to have a conversation? Because there's a woman out there that would enjoy that with you. Wouldn't you prefer that person? That it's okay to have the threesomes or whatever the fuck your ass want to do.
Not me. I ain't. I'm good.
Nope. I think some people have to just be honest, like, and it's not just about sex. I think talk about politics, talk about your religion, talk about those things, raising children. What does that look like?
Healthy boundaries. Like what's like? Let's talk about that.
Not let's just be all in the chemistry and all in the fire and all in the lust, because that shit gonna get old real fucking
quick. Every fire goes out.
Pretty much.
Every fire goes out. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't re-spark it, but for me, it's for me now. It's more than just sex. It ain't just about sex. Sex is part of the equation of the relationship that I'm in with you, and we'll talk about that, and we'll deal with that, and we'll be. All that, because we're gonna have that. Because trust me, we're gonna have that conversation, like for real. But for me, after you get done having sex, and like I said, you wash up and you go home or whatever the case may be, you have to. Now you still have to live life. Now you still have to have a conversation. Now you still have that relationship. And for most men, they don't have that. They don't know what to say. Now they don't got their rocks off. They don't went hard for 3 minutes, and now they tired, sleepy. And listen, I'm just saying though. I listen. I caught some one time, and listen, it got the best. Look, I thought I was gonna get that, and boy, it got the best of me, and I was done. I'm being honest. I ain't the only fella out here who was less than 5 minutes at one time. Don't listen. Listeners. Don't see that like every time you go in, you go hard in the paint. No, you don't. Right. You get that right one. She gonna make you feel like woo woo woo. You're gonna have a Martin Lawrence moment. So Negroes, listen, pay attention. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from, but listen.
You know what? To be honest.
Can I be honest?
Men should not even not feel bad for going hard for 3 years. Because I get at a lot of women and I tell them, you're talking a lot of shit about how quick the man is, but we do most of the time on our backs. Let's be real, because women don't ride that long.
Nope.
We don't do all the work.
Do this. My knees, no back. Nope.
Men actually do more work than we do. So just to be fair.
We gotta put in the work now. We definitely gotta put in that work. And sometimes, putting that work means, hey, you gotta punch that clock. And then you got to punch that clock, baby.
Make it the best 5 minutes, the best 3 minutes you
Man,
got.
whatever,
Like that's how
whatever.
I feel.
Hey, make it the best, baby. Make it look like Keith Sweat said. Make it last in your mind, baby. Because once it's over, it's over, baby. I'm sorry, but I'm saying though, but being open, having that open end conversation is important.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, because I need to have a conversation with you, not just like bed talk. Once
Right.
it's over, babe, we can talk about, like I say, politics, economics, the kids, the future.
Right.
Let's talk about life, because where I'm at, I'm about doing life. I want to do life with somebody.
Right.
That's me. I want to do life with you, not just not just have a moment with you. I want to do life because I want to make sure that we create moments and make history at the same time and do what we got to do for each other. And if
Right.
you have children, then your children are my children. And guess what? We're going to raise them. We're going to continue to raise them together. I'm going to be who I need to be for you and be for them and everybody else, so we can live the life that's designed for us.
Right.
And my thing is, I tell people, stop looking at everybody else's stuff. Figure out,
Yeah.
look inside your own house, and you figure out what works for you. Because what works for you don't work for the next person. Because there are too many people, women, please stop
Yes.
comparing
Yes.
the relationship that you got with Tony
Right.
with that your girlfriend got with her husband.
Right.
Now they're two different men. We're still men,
Right.
but Tony may do it. Tony may do it different than what you call it. So understanding who you have.
Yeah.
Hello.
That's one of my biggest, I think that's one of the biggest points in most of my sessions with women.
Mm-hmm.
It's the constant comparison to somebody else's
Stop.
life.
Gotta stop.
And it's not just comparing what the man does, but it's comparing if they have children, where they live, and what does that look like. There's, unfortunately, women are so focused on, and women don't think they're in their ego, but men, this is where you see where your woman is in ego, because
Mm-hmm.
she's constantly pressuring you for shit that other people have,
Yep.
that comes down to kids,
Yep.
home, marriage, the ring, and all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my questions I always get with women is, why do you want to be married?
Mm.
That's my question. I'm like, why do you want to be married? And
Mm-hmm.
it's always like this, because we've been together so long and blah, blah, blah. And my family's on me. And it's like, no, 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 no. Why do you
You
want to be married?
right.
Because
That
to
part.
get there, you have to want to be a wife.
That you gotta know how to be a wife. Right. You gotta be right.
There's
Yep.
got to be a reason. And I always say, know your whys and know your intentions. If your
Mm-hmm.
intentions aren't pure, then you're in your ego. If you just want to be a wife to put a ring on it and show it to everybody else like you did something major, then you're doing it for all the wrong fucking reasons. And
Yep.
that's one of my main things working with women. It's like, why do you want this? And it always goes down to their ego. Because I'm less of a
Mm-hmm.
woman if he don't put a ring on it. I'm not, he doesn't love me if he doesn't put a ring on it. It's this, because
Mm-hmm.
that's the narrative,
That's the
right?
mindset narrative. Yep, that's the mindset.
You know.
And the thing about that is, and for the sisters that's listening and hearing this, you have to get it out your head. There's nothing wrong with the idea of being married,
Right.
but you have to know, first of all, you have to be a wife before you get
Right.
married, right? But you also have to make sure that the person that you desire to marry, you got to make sure he understands his position and he's leading you properly.
Right.
Because I don't care how well he put it down in the bedroom.
Right.
Okay, I don't care how much money he got. I don't care how he looks, whether he got a six pack or he got a Winnie the Pooh. Okay, it doesn't matter. The thing is, you want to make sure you are being led properly by the right type of man who not only understands your needs but can cater to your soul to the point where he speaks life into you and build and help build with you.
Right.
Because you're already a woman. You don't need a build a bear man. You don't need to build, you don't need to build a bear man. You need somebody that's already built to get there, who knows how to what you call. There's two things you don't do. You don't raise a man, and you gotta stop thinking that you gotta raise him, and you gotta stop making you gotta stop making it feel like you have to change him, because you don't. Because he's gonna be whoever he wants to be, regardless of what you do. Because for some women, you get out here, some women you got messed up. You done got a baby by a man. You thought that baby was gonna keep him, and that nigga go on here and have like 4 babies somewhere else. He gone. He gone. And now you baby mama number 6 or whatever the case be,
Right.
because you thought your stuff was good enough. You thought because you gave that good head and you because you thought you put it on him so well that he wasn't going nowhere. Yeah, he wasn't going nowhere for that moment,
Right.
but as soon as it's over, he going to Keisha's.
Right.
He going to Debbie.
Right.
He going to Tasha. He going to
Right.
Michelle. Why? Because if a man wants you or be with you, then he's gonna make an effort. He's gonna do his part to be with you.
Right.
Because as long as you're giving up that cookie, as long as you give up that milk, as long as you compromising your truth and your beliefs of what you really don't want,
Right.
he ain't gonna put a ring on it. And if he do, that's all he gonna do. Because guess what? He'll put a ring on it because some women are out here with a ring and watch this, no date.
Mm.
You've been engaged for 9 years. What? The
Right.
foolishness with that. It is 2023. If I put a ring on it, you best believe your bottom dollar, it's gonna be 6 months to a year before when I say we gonna get married, when we need to get married.
Right. Right. Right.
Because if we know what we want and this is what we want to do, stop
Right.
playing with it. Stop
Right.
playing with it. Stop playing,
Right.
Smokey. Smokey, stop playing.
Right.
Stop playing with me.
Too many people are playing house.
Yep,
Like
playing out. Yep,
you
that's the
want to play
problem.
house and then you want to ring after playing house. Well, you already been playing house. So now it's you may not get that. You
Nope,
may not get that
nope,
now.
nope. Because I was once, it was like one sister. She was, and I. It's not talk bad about. But my thing is, you've been engaged for 15 years.
Right. Right.
When does that stop?
Right.
You've been,
That's
you know what
when
I'm saying?
that's
When does that come? And people say, well, we trying to get together. We trying to get our finances together. I get
no,
that, baby.
that I don't believe that. I don't
But
believe
that's it.
any of that.
Because married people struggle with finances.
Right. Right.
So
That's
that's an excuse.
it's not true. Me and my daughter's father went through a lot, and that was one of the things. We don't have enough money. We're not ready. We're not this. We're not that. And then what I came to realize is I just wasn't it. You know what I
That,
mean?
that's it. Say
We
it
were
again.
playing house.
Say it
We had
again.
a
Right.
child. We were living together, but it wasn't it. And
Yep.
like after me, the woman he got with, he married her.
Just like that.
No
Like all of a
problem.
sudden. Like you
So
don't
not,
build.
and not to
Yeah,
say that relationship is all perfect, but the point is for you to sit in with someone. I agree. You know that you want this person. You know you want to make a family with this person. You know that you want to make a life with this person. That's why you're going to be with them, and you are going to take those steps. So I think when we get into the excuses of we don't have it, if you really want it, you're going to make the time. If you really want it, you're going to do the work. If you
make
really
the
want it, you're going to show up. So I think when women or men, because I know men get played on their side also, a woman is the same where if you really want it, you're going to step up to the plate.
That's
That
it.
is, to me, intention is everything. I don't believe in that, oh, let's see how things go, or you know what I mean? We don't need to put any labels on it and all this stuff. There's no intention behind us then. There's
Mm-mm.
no intention in dating. I think as when you get to a certain age, you are intentionally dating. You're not dating for just no reason unless you just, want to be single or whatever. And then you put that out there. Like, I ain't trying to be with anyone. I'm just doing me. But I think at some point you have to be intentional. Like, what are you truly looking for? That
That's it.
casual shit is only cool for so long, you
Yep.
know.
Yep.
And people have made
Yep.
that casual life like this beautiful, grand life. And it's like at
Yep.
the end of the day,
Yep.
is it?
No, because I'm telling you, it's when because you said it right. You said it so well. You people are just dragging you. They stringing you along,
Right.
and we call that what, catfish. You catfishing me,
Right.
okay? And in a conversation I had one time, I said, "Who catfished more, men or women?" You know, but I think what it is, we could put a number on it, but statistically, it's they both do it. They
Right.
both do it. It
Right.
depends on the people that you're dealing with. But
Right.
because my thing is, if somebody is dragging you along, and this goes for the men too, not just women, but if somebody's dragging you along, and you know that they're dragging you along, then the question is, how long do I put up with this?
Right.
How long do I put up with it before I have this conversation? Don't be afraid to have that conversation, because
Right.
I know that being in a relationship with somebody for a while, I get that, and then all of a sudden things go really bad, and then before you know it, you're not speaking, and then you break up, and it's like, man, then you're mad because now I put 3-4 years in this relationship, and it didn't go where I want to go. So now
Right.
you kind of in your feelings. Now you mad. So for me, because I'm there, this is the way I deal with it. I deal with this now. Like, you know what? I push myself all the way back from that table because I don't want to look at everything that's been invested, everything I don't want to look at it and then get mad at it. I push it back and I say, okay, I refocus and I'll meditate and I pray. I say, okay, God, you know what? I need to clear my head
Right.
because because when I get back to that table and put things and look at the things the way it's supposed to be, I don't want to take my next step. I don't want my next step of my relationship to be hindered by the stuff that I just came out of.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to take it up. In other words, you don't want to take it out on the next person
Right.
because
Right.
they didn't do it to you. They
Right.
didn't make you this way. You some stuff that you got into, you got it on your own, baby. You
Right.
you was your own worst enemy.